22nd agenda session. Could I have a motion on the minutes, please?
Second.
We have a motion on the minutes, proper second with no objections. Minutes will stand as recorded. We have one ordinance on final reading this afternoon. Is there any questions or comments about that? All right, ordinances on first reading. I think, well, all of these obviously have been read into the minutes. It's my understanding, I had a conversation with the chair of our planning and zoning earlier, and I think he is going to ask for a deferral on both of these items, but I know specifically for item B in the District 8 request, I think the applicant and the neighborhood want a little bit of time to be able to discuss some issues. So I'm sure no one will have an issue with that or a problem with that, but I think A and B may be deferred by Councilman Ledford this afternoon. Moving to resolutions, Madam Clerk, 7A, please.
A resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to enter into a second agreement to exercise option to renew with Cromwell Development LLC and substantially the form attached for an additional term of 1 year through March 31, 2023 for the use of gymnasium at Cromwell Hills Apartments to operate programs for youth, young adults, and families on the property located at 3940 Camellia Drive and further identified as portion of tax map number 137EA001.
All right. Any questions, comments? 7B, please.
A resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to enter into a third agreement to exercise option to renew with Dardanelle Long and substantially the form attached for the lease of the barn at Brown Acres Golf Course for the keeping of animals consistent with the zoning requirements at the address of 406 Brown Road on a portion of tax map number 158IG001 for an additional term of 1 year through March 31st, 2023 for the monthly rent of $200.
All right. No lights. 7C, please.
A resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to enter into a second agreement to exercise option to renew with Chattanooga Hockey, Inc. in substantially the form attached for the additional term of 1 year through March 31st, 2023 for the continued use of a portion of the skate park property at 1785 Reggie White Boulevard, identified as tax map number 145KE001.01 for the annual rent of $1.
D, please.
A resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to enter into a second agreement to exercise option to renew with the Chattanooga Housing Authority and substantially the form attached for an additional term of 1 year through March 31st, 2023 for the use of Sheila Jennings Wellness Center to operate program for youth, young adults, and families on the property located at 1201 Poplar Street and further identified as a portion of tax map number 145FA002.
Any questions? All right. E, please.
A resolution authorizing the administrator for the Department of Economic Development to apply for and if awarded, accept emergency solution grant funds from the Tennessee Housing Development Agency for approximately $161,250.
All right. Still seeing no lights. 7F, please.
A resolution confirming Mayor Kelly's appointment of Carissa Jones as administrator for the Department of Early Learning.
G, please.
A resolution confirming Mayor Kelly's appointment of Mandy Lawrence as the Chief Human Resource Officer.
Council, if you would look at your purchase items this afternoon. Chief, we didn't confirm this at our 9:30 meeting. I have 5 requests this afternoon. All right, Council, you should have 5 purchase item requests this afternoon in front of you. Any questions or comments on any of those? If not, turn to your 2-week agenda, our March 1st agenda. Any questions or comments there? Thank you, ma'am. Councilwoman Hill.
Thank you, Chair. Under resolutions, item 7A, I have in my district a short-term vacation rental application, and we are going to defer it by 1 week to March 8th.
Okay,
The
and that's,
applicant is talking.
now wait, okay. So that's on the March 1st?
Correct. It's on the March 1st agenda.
Okay, so you would just like to see this on,
March 3rd, or March 8th, 1 week.
March 8th.
Mhm.
Madam Attorney, could we just go ahead and have that moved since this is not on the regular agenda? Yep.
Okay,
I
great.
don't-
Thank
I
you.
don't see any. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Anything else on our March 1st agenda that needs to be addressed? All right. Future considerations. Any questions or comments about future considerations? All right. We have no departmental reports this evening or this afternoon. Mr. Chief, it's my understanding we have a new constituent services person. Would you
Yes,
like to-
I am very excited to be able to introduce you to our new constituent services coordinator, Kim Strong, who's with us today. And if you just stand up, and you'll be being put in touch with her as all of the constituent issues that come up in your day-to-day work that you work very hard on. And as an administration, we want to be a great partner with each of you in making sure those constituent issues get resolved. And so we're adding capacity as an administration through Kim's time and work. And actually, Kim, would you mind coming up and giving just a brief introduction of yourself? Kim's been with the city for a while, and she knows this place backwards and forwards, and we're very grateful to have her on the team. So I'll turn it over to you, Kim.
Hi, good afternoon. As Yoda said, my name is Kimberly Strong. First, I want to thank Mayor Kelly and his staff for giving me the opportunity to serve in this capacity. I have worked in public works for 29 years. I started in the recycling section, and when that was given to Orange Grove, I had to move over to the engineering section. I have had the pleasure of working with a couple of the council people that are here now, Councilwoman Burris and Councilwoman Coonrod. I'm so looking forward to this opportunity to expand. I love community outreach, so this gives me an opportunity to expand my community outreach services in a wider span, as well as looking forward to working with each one of you.
Thank you, ma'am. And welcome
Thank
aboard.
you. Is that it?
We do have a lot. Councilwoman Burrs.
I think this is for both of you all. Joda, what is the flow now? If we have an issue, let me go with Ben because he's great. So I have a traffic issue with Ben. Do I go to Ben or do I go
It's a
to
great question,
Kim? And-
Councilwoman. Now that
Yeah,
we have
what's the flow?
Yes, absolutely. Now that we have Kimberly, the flow is going to adjust just a little bit, and we're going to be sending out an email this week with an updated list of all the department heads, because we have a few new ones, as well as contacts within the administration that you should be directing your concerns to. But I would say in every instance where you have a constituent request, feel free to copy Kim Strong or to direct the email to Kim Strong, and then to copy myself. And you are also welcome to copy the relevant department head.
So
would
in
be
this
essentially the
case,
structure.
it would go to Ben, but I would copy.
It actually might go to Tom Hutka, our
That's what
administrator of
I'm
public works.
asking.
Yep, that's right. So it would go if you had a question for transportation, you would go ahead and copy myself, Kim Strong, and Tom Hutka, and then he'll just make sure that the right people are on the task.
Okay, I got it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You good, Councilwoman?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Councilwoman Coonrod.
Thank you, Chair. I'm excited, Ms. Strong, that you got appointed to this position. I've known you prior to me even serving on council and working with you in a lot of ways, from going to visit schools or just working and engaging the community on different projects around the city and everything. So, I mean, when I saw the email, I was just jumping for joy. to see you being placed in this role, and I'm looking forward to working with you. So congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. I'm not seeing any other lights. Thank you, ma'am. All right, council, if you will notice, we do have a Parks and Public Works Committee meeting this afternoon, and I had requested an attorney-client meeting that I'm going to postpone at this time. So there'll be no attorney-client meeting following our Parks and Public Works Committee. Is there any other business that needs to come before the council at this time?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dolly.
Yes, there was a resolution tabled on November 30th regarding the lease agreement with the Chattanooga Area Convention and Visitors Bureau for the lease of the building at 2 Aquarium Way. We are ready to move forward with that, so I would like to move to put this back on the table.
And for what date?
Oh, and to be placed on the March 8th council agenda.
March 8th. So I have a motion and a second to bring this item back off the table and place on the March 8th agenda. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. Motion carries to bring this off the table and place it on the March 8th agenda. Any questions, Mr. Freeman? Okay, thank you. All right, anything else needs to come before the council before I turn it over to Councilman Hester? Very well. We will now turn the chair over to Councilman Hester for Parks and Public Works.
Thank you, Chair. Welcome to Parks and Public Works Committee. Can I have approval of the minutes? Okay. Madam Clerk, can you read ordinance final reading 5?
An ordinance closing and abandoning an unopened public right-of-way located in the 5300 block of Bradford Avenue for a property owner located at 1723 West 53rd Street, as detailed in the attached map, subject to certain conditions.
Thank you. I see no hands. 7H, please.
A resolution authorizing the Department of Public Works and Transportation to apply for and if awarded, accept Rebuilding American Infrastructure with Sustainability and Equity Grant for an amount up to $25 million.
I don't see any hands, but there were some concerns concerning the RAISE program. Can you elaborate on that, please? And what this project entails?
This is, might be better. This is for the Wilcox Bridge reconstruction. I don't know if there are any other specific, you said concerns.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
wanted to know exactly what it was for.
I wish we had lots of grant money for lots of the priority bridge projects, but
Right,
this was a nice match for the size of the project.
right. Thank you, thank you. Aye, please, Madam Clerk.
A resolution authorizing the Department of Public Works and Transportation to contract with CDM Smith, Inc. for grant writing and to collect data, compile the required benefit cost analysis, and assemble the full grant application package for the firm fixed price of $150,000.
I see no hands. That's all Parks and Public Works. Okay, I guess we're adjourned to 6 o'clock. Thank you.